Right now, as you watch this, there's a voice narrating it inside your head, commenting, maybe already arguing with me. And here's what most people don't realize. That voice is not just a quirk, it's the architecture of how you think, how you feel, and why you make the decisions you make. If you have a strong inner voice, this video is your psychological portrait. And by the end of it, you're going to understand yourself in a way that might make you slightly uncomfortable. First, something that shocks most people when they hear it. Not everyone has this voice. Studies suggest that somewhere between 30 and 50% of people don't experience a constant internal monologue, no narrator, no running commentary, silence. When this went viral a few years ago, the internet basically broke in half. People with inner voices couldn't imagine existing without one. People without couldn't imagine having one. You probably can't imagine the silence either, because if you're watching a video about inner dialogue, you almost certainly have one, and not just a quiet one, a loud one, a complicated one that has opinions about everything, including this sentence. That's the first thing that defines you. You don't just experience life, you narrate it. So what does a strong inner voice actually mean about you? Here's what the research shows, and this is where it gets personal. People with active inner dialogue use it for three core things: planning, self-regulation, and emotion processing. Which means, before you do something important, you rehearse it in your head. You've had conversations that never happened, arguments you won alone at 2 a.m., presentations you delivered to no one, apologies you never gave out loud but gave 100 times internally. Sound familiar? This isn't weakness. This is your brain doing something sophisticated. It's using language as a tool for self-control. Vygotsky, one of the most important psychologists of the 20th century, called this the highest level of cognitive development. The inner voice is literally how a child learns to control their own behavior, and in adults, it never stops. But here's the part no one tells you. The same voice that helps you plan and regulate can turn on you, because your inner voice doesn't distinguish between coaching and prosecution. It uses the same tone, the same authority, the same intimacy, whether it's saying, "You've got this," or "You always do this, you never change, everyone is tired of you." And the research is stark here. People with highly active inner speech score significantly higher on anxiety and self-criticism, not because they're weaker, but because the voice is always on. It never clocks out. It processes everything. You replay conversations not because you're neurotic, because your brain is trying to extract the lesson, improve the model, prepare for next time. It's adaptive. It just doesn't know when to stop. Here's what's almost eerie about this. Studies show that people with a strong inner voice are also sensitive to others' emotions, more empathetic, more likely to imagine what someone else is thinking or feeling. Because the same mechanism you use to talk to yourself, you use to simulate other people. Your inner voice isn't just yours, it's a theater, and you play every character. Now, here's the part that will stay with you. Where did that voice come from? According to Vygotsky's model, your inner voice started as someone else's voice. As a child, you heard adults speak to you. Then you started speaking to yourself out loud. Then, around age 7, that speech went underground. It became internal. Which means the tone of your inner voice, the way it judges you, the words it uses when you fail, that's not originally yours. It's an echo. Think about whose voice it sounds like when it's at its harshest, when it says you're not enough, when it tells you not to try because you'll embarrass yourself. That voice had a teacher. And the work of adulthood, real psychological work, is learning to recognize that echo for what it is. Not truth, just an old recording, one that can be rewritten. There's one simple shift that research shows actually changes the inner voice. Stop saying I. Studies show that when people use their own name or the word you in self-talk instead of I, their performance improves, their anxiety drops, and they make better decisions. I'm terrified keeps you inside the feeling. You've been here before, you know what to do, creates distance, gives you perspective. Your inner voice responds to grammar, which means you are not trapped inside whatever the voice is saying right now. You can shift the camera angle slightly, deliberately, every time. If you have a strong inner voice, you are not broken, you're not overthinking, you're not too sensitive. You are someone whose brain shows language as its primary tool for navigating reality. That comes with a cost, you know the cost, but it also comes with something rare, the ability to examine your own mind, to catch yourself mid-thought, to ask, wait, is that actually true? Most people never ask that question. You are all ready. Tell me in the comments, is your inner voice a coach or a critic? And whose voice does it sound like?